Welcome to the Trading Daddies podcast, hosted by yours truly, Nico, and my awesome co-host,
Teflon John.
Teflon John in the hizzy. You know, Teflon John strikes again multiple times, and it's only Tuesday, people. It's only Tuesday. The legend of Teflon John still lives. And
you know what? Let's forget about what happened last week. Let's talk about this week.
let's talk about this week, bud. How I'm how do you say that? Like when you're in a good mood,
in a good mood.
You're happy. Happy is the word. I feel like Pharrell is singing in my brain right now.
How's your week so far?
So far it's looking like I'm up 7.
Damn.
Compared to the thrashing that we received last week.
Yeah.
So my unrealized gains, so that also plays into a different part of what we talk about, is my portfolio is up that amount, but it's all unrealized because I still have the positions open.
Okay. So remember we spoke about loss aversion?
Yep, exactly. There's gain
aversion. Yeah, imagine if you sold all your shares and all your calls last week.
Imagine not being able to make up that amount of money.
Yeah, right. That's a really big hole to get out of. Right. Like you wouldn't be able to. I mean, you can recover out of that, but that'll be tough.
In the simplest of terms, and John has drilled this in my head numerous times. In the simplest of terms, you really only lost money when you sell.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a very trashy trade. Like if you've invested in a very trashy stock.
Oh, CHWY? We'll talk about that later.
I wasn't gonna say. God, we hate that company so much.
I hate it so much. Let me turn on the
screen. I hate CHWY so much. But for this week, I'm still, in Tesla. My calls finally started printing some money over the past 2 days. Was up yesterday, finally hit strike. And then today we're just, capitalizing on the momentum. I was gonna close it today, but as I was closing it, we saw like a big sell-off. So I'm like, you know what? There's gonna be a rebound. This might be just a short sell-off. So I'm hoping for a nice solid open tomorrow. The futures are a little bit red. So we'll definitely monitor that throughout the day. But all in all, still good. Apple, I'm still in Apple. They did release some awesome news today, which we'll get to in a bit. And FedEx. Like FedEx earnings today, I got in, spent roughly around $760 on an option. And it's up like another 20 points after hours because of good earnings. So that's super exciting for tomorrow. Closing that position, especially if it's red tomorrow morning, so I could just, keep my gains there.
Well, I want to add to FedEx. So ticker symbol FDX, they killed their earnings, okay? And they hit an earnings per share of 4.87 versus 2.72 estimate. So meaning they made $4.87 per share, and I don't know how big the float is. Their revenue was $19.3 billion, and that's a growth of 13.5 year over year. Okay, and check this out. So they ran after hours. The stock price ran, right, and they also introduced a price increase of 5% starting January 1st. So the market loved it because they killed it. So every time you're ordering stuff on Amazon, who delivers it? Either USPS, UPS, which also ran after hours. I think they're up 5%, and FedEx, right? I think those are the major ones, right?
Yep.
Yeah, all three.
Unless Unless you really want to use DHL.
That's true. DHL, that's pretty ghetto. Um, but yeah, I mean, I go back to your point.
Yeah, so I mean, FedEx was something that we talked about on the last pod. We mentioned FedEx,
Yeah.
right? And this week has been a crazy week of us. We're not saying that we're fortune tellers, but the reason why these plays are coming into fruition is because John and I do extensive work when it comes down to doing the research and trying to position ourselves in a way that these plays make sense for us, right? Every trader is different. I've learned that every trader is different. There's no magic formula. There's no special Red Bull that you can drink. There's no amount of yayo that you could snort up your nose to be a better trader. There's none whatsoever. It is all about preparation and understanding the market. I fully don't understand the market myself, but I'm learning. But finding the plays that work for me are key, right? And John has his own way of trading too, and it really works out for him.
Except for Chewy.
No, let's take Chewy out of the equation. God damn it, Chewy, I hate you. You know what?
Here, let me add on to that. So going back to FedEx, the reason we got into FedEx is because obviously it was earnings, and what makes sense right now currently in this whole pandemic, what makes sense? Okay, so people are staying at home, people are working from home, and they don't want to go to the store. They have that convenience of just of a click of a button, you can order anything from produce to underwear, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then have it delivered through, I don't know, FedEx,
Mm-hmm.
UPS, USPS, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, yes, we do pay. I have Amazon Prime myself. Okay, so I pay an X amount of dollars a month subscription. Even though you're paying for that subscription, even though Amazon tells you, oh, it's free shipping, it's already bundled in your subscription
Exactly.
plan. Okay, you're somehow Amazon is still paying FedEx. Okay, I don't know the equation. I don't work for Amazon, but that's how FedEx was able to rack up $19.3 billion in revenue.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Right?
And just think about like all the plays that we've been looking at. Like I think a couple weeks ago we looked into cloud plays,
Mm-hmm.
right? When it was earnings season. So cloud plays made sense because people a lot of folks work from home now,
Mm-hmm. Very
and
true.
they relied on IT.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And just to let you guys know too, like it's coming to a point where there's already like positive vaccine news on the horizon, and the stock market darlings that we've been playing, the cloud solution plays, the stay at home plays, just know that it may cycle out. There will be some
Right?
times where
Yep.
it's gonna stagnate. And
Exactly.
again, doing the work and doing your research and finding out the trends, right? Because all we're doing is being reactive to the market,
Hmm.
right? The only proactive thing that we can do is to do the work, right? I would, I don't know, like you've taught me this. Like I'm more comfortable with doing the research and doing the work and preparing before the day starts, or the night before, than paying $700 a month for signal calls on an app that's not going to give you anything.
Yeah, that's very true. And I've been on the side of that fence before. I signed up on a chat room that was charging me like $200 a month, right? I mean, at that point, I was like, you know what? There was a point in my trading career when I was like, you know what? Let me just pay for a service. I'm going to tell you guys right now, these services, they do not work. Like, they don't. Because by the time you get these so-called calls and alerts, it's already too late.
Mm-hmm.
It's either the price had already jumped, or it already ran, or you're already too late.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, right? I think it's better for you to actually do your own homework. Like, what makes sense right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? So going back to your point, when this whole lockdown gets lifted, right? And I really think the vaccine is here already.
No, yeah, we'll get in. Yeah, I have a play for that. I have a play that I'm keeping
Like,
up my sleeve
yeah.
just for that.
So to folks who's listening right now, Pfizer, okay,
Yes,
was it Pfizer?
yes.
Pfizer or AZN?
It's Pfizer. It's Pfizer. In the United States, it's Pfizer.
Okay, because AZN's based somewhere
In
in
UK.
Europe, UK, yeah. And I really think the vaccine's here, and Donnie's just holding on to it.
Dude, all right. Think about
And guess
this,
what?
right?
Guess what? I'm not a very political person, but if I were in that position, I'm gonna use it as ammo.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's all political, right?
Yeah,
It's all political.
yeah,
I get it. I get it.
yeah.
If you're in a position where a lot of people don't like you, and you have one bullet, and this bullet will save the world, you're gonna keep that close to the vest until the day that you're about to. You know what I mean? Like there's a decision that needs to be made. I'm gonna throw this out there, right?
You know what's interesting? They're holding off on that report until October 30th.
Yes.
What's a week after that? What's a week after that?
It's the election.
Election.
It's the election. Here's my theory. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I will send out a theory. Think about it this way. We're in this pandemic. There's 190,000 people that's died. Right? That's so sad.
And you know what? I actually know 3 this year that passed away because of COVID. Yeah.
It's touched everybody. Right?
Yeah.
It touched everybody in one way, shape, or form. I myself, to be honest with you, I'm still scared of the world. I'm not going to go out there. Mm-hmm. Right? I don't want to risk my life. Right? But
yeah,
imagine this: people around the president have gotten COVID. Right?
His staff.
His staff. Right?
Mm-hmm.
How come he hasn't gotten? I'm saying there's a vaxy that's already happy. You know what I mean? It's I'm just saying. Look at.
I'm doing this emoji,
right?
Like, I don't know,
but here's the thing, guys.
Talk,
PFE. If you guys look at the PFE chart, which is Pfizer, by the way, that's a ticker symbol for it, is PFE.
Makers of Viagra.
They do. Dude, that is very curious that you mentioned that. Holy hell. Like, you're telling me that the same people that give you a stiffers, people
will cure you as well.
That they'll give you a Steve Stifler, but at the same time cure you of the Rona. Bro, imagine them putting those two together. Like, you'll have antibodies and antibodies.
Hey, guess what? I was just looking at Pfizer PFE ticker symbol. They also pay dividends.
They do.
I think about 4%.
They do. But here's the thing about Pfizer. If you guys are gonna ask me how to play it, right? John's gonna tell you to buy the shares. Done.
Yeah.
You're right. But I would play it to where I'll buy the shares, like, maybe like a 50 burger or something, like 50 shares. Also, get a call in. I would try to play the volatility play. There's there's so much volatility that's about to happen, and with options, you get paid off of the volatility. So as we get closer to that October 30th date,
cool. I like the fact that we're already talking about end of October, and it's only mid-September.
It's only mid-September, dude.
Like, we already have plays lined up.
Exactly. And this
a month and a half from now.
hey, for the listeners, you guys are going to have to pay $300, $400 just for that little tidbit. Like, we're giving shit for free. Disclaimer, clear disclaimer. Things that come out of our mouth are our opinion. It is by no means meant to make you rich. So I don't want to get DMs saying, "Hey, you told me to play this." I'm like, did I tell you, or did I suggest that you did it? Suggesting is different. You know why it's different? Ask me why.
Why?
Spelling.
Why?
Spelling. It's just a difference in spelling. No, I mean, that's the way I would play Pfizer. I've talked to John about this yesterday. I've talked to other people too about it, and I mean, we've been up and down this vaccine road for so long. There's so many companies that try to get the vaccine out, and you know what I mean. It's just harder to decipher which one's which. But this piece of news, that piece of news that tells us that October 30th there will be some positive news about a vaccine. You never know. That's buy the rumor, sell the news. Again,
exactly.
Drive that home.
I was just talking to someone about buying the rumor and sell the news too earlier. So a lot of these companies, majority of them are fraud too, right? When it comes to, oh, we have the vaccine here. No, not really.
Mm-hmm.
Look out for are Moderna, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Gilead.
Check the charts.
Those are the front runners. Those are the front runners.
My theory is, I don't know. Can you confirm this for me? If the chart trades sideways ever since the pandemic happened,
they don't have
it. No, they might have it because if they've gone up and down, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's my thing.
Yeah. Like look at mRNA.
I don't want to look at mRNA.
They're a fraud, bro. I don't like that company.
No, now you're gonna tell me that you have a vaccine news and then sell off your shares, like
do an
offering. Come on, I get it if you need extra cap, right? If it's extra cap for you to do your research, but the government's not giving you any grants. Come on.
You know, the real criminals are the ones in Wall
Street. Oh yeah, for sure. And this is the reason why we're here, is to get revenge.
Speaking of revenge, let's talk about CHWY.
I know.
All right, so I want to bring this up. Okay, so CHWY. First off, I used to subscribe to CHWY. I used to pay $720 a year, and yes, I'm going to tell everyone right now that 4 days in a row, I've lost on CHWY. Okay, earnings, they killed me in earnings. Today I lost, I think, $300 on them today. I just can't win against CHWY.
Bro, they've taken advantage of you. I think you should report them to HR.
Four straight days I've lost on CHWY. Okay, so the other day I was in the living room, and we're boxing stuff up because we're moving, obviously, and I saw a CHWY box. Okay, I kicked it. And then my wife was like, okay, well, are you okay? Well, what was that? Why do we use CHWY?
Why can't we just be normal people and buy it from Pet Food Express?
Or Walmart, yeah, exactly. And Walmart, sometimes they forget to scan the receipts or click on the dog food.
You get freebies.
Sometimes you get away with $6.
Wait, you get freebies at Walmart?
Yeah. So guess what? I'm not a subscriber anymore. So my in-laws paying for it right now, and I'm about to tell her to cancel it. So I told Nico I'm deleting CHWY. I'm not trading CHWY ever again because lesson learned. It took me 4 days to learn my lesson. I'm not trading CHWY anymore. Okay.
Yep.
So for the folks who are in love with CHWY,
yeah, we just came up with a new term for just dropping everything from the watch list. We're just gonna Elsa it. Just let it go. We're no longer gonna. I mean, it's out of sight, out of mind. Especially this is something that I've learned too, is if you have losers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't go back. That's why when John says mRNA, I'm like, nope, not gonna touch that.
Yeah, and I traded mRNA today too, and it was okay. But
so you always go back to the place that's made you money. Right?
Yeah. Yep, you're right. Well, I want to add to that. yesterday and today was actually, well, this week's been a good week. So realized gains were at 3,200. So I cashed out that much in 2 days. So I just got a text from a friend, like, what do you do with all the money that you make off of stocks? And that was actually
Mm-hmm.
a good question because I think it was last week when I posted something that I bought 100 shares of
Mm-hmm.
GSK,
Mm-hmm.
GlaxoSmithKline. Okay. And if you look at your pantry or your cabinet, most likely you have these types of
Mm-hmm.
drugs. Okay. That's manufactured by GSK. And GSK, it was a an investment of $3,900 um, that will pay me about roughly $275 a year in dividends. And my goal personally is to grow my dividend portfolio. So currently, right now, I'm at, I think,
Mm-hmm.
2,300 for the year. So if you divvy that by 12 months, I think I'm averaging about, I think, 160,
A month.
175 a month that I'm getting
Free
free
money, yeah.
money. Yeah, free money. So which is cool because I can reinvest all those monies back to the markets or the stock, right? Because what I want to do is to create financial
Mm.
freedom,
Amen.
and to the folks that are listening, hey, this is crucial because dude, we're not going to get any younger, and I want my money to work for
Yes.
me. I don't want to work for money anymore. I want my money to work for me. Um, but yeah, so to answer that simple question, I'm gonna look into probably a real estate company this week. Most likely, I'm eyeing SPG,
Property groups, yeah.
Simon Property Group, because they just bailed out J.C. Penney.
Mhm.
They pretty much bought all their what do you call, land or whatever, their spot at the malls. Um, so they're trading currently at what, $70 a share, and they pay out roughly 7% a year,
That's
so
pretty
which is
high. Let
high.
me ask you this. Remember a
Yeah.
couple months ago, or maybe it was, I don't never know what days are anymore.
Hmm.
SPG struck a deal with Amazon to convert the JC Penney spots into Amazon hubs,
Yes.
right? Is that the reason
Yep.
why?
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Ooh. Ooh. You're right. You're right. Okay. So check this out. No, great job on that. Yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about that. So Amazon's trying to convert all of the JC Penney outlets, into their one of their
mm-hmm.
hubs. Okay. You're right.
That makes
So
sense.
that's another stream of revenue for
Yeah,
SPG.
because
Now that you brought that up.
because I mean, let's take the McDonald's business model for example. McDonald's is not just a food service restaurant. They're not a fast food restaurant. They're in the real estate business.
Yeah. Let me add to that. Check out that movie, The
Love that
Founder.
movie, dude. Love
Love
that
that
movie.
movie, bro. I I'm not a fan of McDonald's, and I became a fan of
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's after that because McDonald's is a
Mm-hmm.
real estate company as well, more so than restaurants. Um, but yeah, and McDonald's pay dividends
Oh, they
too.
do. They do. McDonald's does. McDonald's does. They're going
Yeah.
through a managerial transition. So I think we're high upside actually on McDonald's. I mean, that's one of those restaurants that will always, print money for you. And I am very, very bullish on McDonald's. Plus, I love chicken nuggets.
Plus, they have a stake on Chipotle.
They do. They do.
They own they own a certain percentage
They
of
do.
Chipotle.
They do. They do. They do. Um,
Yeah.
there's a lot to unpack today. Just want to go through a few things. Nicola.
They were just on the news that they partnered with GM, right?
Dude, that's
And then the day after,
yeah,
day
right.
after, they were on the news again.
So for the people who don't know that also are in Nicola, some people just throw money into a stock and don't even bother checking. I've done that before when I first got my Robinhood account. I was like, I'm just all right, whatever. I'll check it tomorrow, right? Because I don't know any better. Nicola, the founder, Trevor Milton, is being accused of multiple layers of fraud. Like, we're not even talking about I lied to you type level. It's more of like I lied to you about a certain lie and you paid me for that lie, and now I lied about that lie. So remember, GM gave Trevor Milton $2 billion for them to produce the Badger truck. Like, so let's, like, you're paying somebody to
who lied
their own stuff. So
that's terrible.
That's horrible, dude. That's horrible. So GM spent like $2 billion or something like that, and then the next day, when the stock pumps up, right? This is a very fascinating story. The stock pumps up, right, and everybody's all in this like, oh my god, the Tesla killer is here. We're gonna go in. We're gonna go in. Everybody piled their money in there. This story comes out from one of the short sellers. I guess there's ulterior motives because he is short selling the stock, right? But at the same time, for him to peel back all of these layers of fraud, right? And then Trevor Milton goes on Instagram to tell the world, like, haters will be haters, right? Haters will be haters. And then the next day, all right, so obviously the stock dipped that same day. The next day, we see another run up. The reason why is because Trevor Milton spent money to buy his own shares.
He pumped his own stock.
He pumped his own stock. The next day, the reporters doubled down, and now he's nowhere to be found.
I'm telling you, the real criminals are the ones that are wearing the suits,
bro. And he wasn't even wearing a suit. This fool was wearing just normal ass clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, at first glance, I would have trusted him, but Jesus. So I was watching something very interesting. This is actually his fourth company that he's defrauded.
Wow.
Fourth company that he's defrauded. So if you're a Nikola, get the hell out. Get the hell out. Don't even touch it. Don't even short sell it. Just get the hell out.
And I can't believe they're a $13 billion company.
Overvaluation with...
Dude, that's crazy. Dude, like Neo. Okay, let's compare Neo. Okay, NIO. Neo actually overproduced, right? They over-delivered, right? And they're the same market cap.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
No, it's not fair because he overhyped this whole. So here, one of the videos. So when he said, because his whole stick was the one of the Nikola 1 or whatever is a semi truck. Is a semi truck that's battery powered, right? It was supposed to be hydro cell batteries or something like that. And there's the reports. There's even messages showing that they show this video of the truck moving to show the investor that it's real. But in reality, it was shot in a different angle to show that it's going uphill, but it's actually going downhill.
Just like the stock. That is terrible.
It's trash.
These guys are going to hell, man.
And he doesn't have the technology to do so. Which, all right, if you're in Nikola, get out. GM. There's GM's. It's gonna suck. But if you're long on GM, buy the dip because it's not gonna get any better for you guys.
That sucks.
Right. Eventually, it will get better. Your thoughts on the Cisco merge, like Cisco buying on TikTok?
Man, didn't we mention that last?
We did. We did mention that. We did mention that.
I should charge people for my crystal ball.
But I think we were wrong because our thing was they weren't gonna be sold.
They weren't gonna be sold.
But the problem,
and I wasn't hoping that Microsoft wasn't gonna buy them, and that it was true. Microsoft ended up not being the buyer, obviously.
So the reason why Microsoft didn't buy it is because they weren't willing to give up the algorithm. So ByteDance, the parent company of TikTok, is not giving up the algorithm. Cisco just bought the name, apparently. in a rush
Oracle.
deal. Oh yeah, Oracle. I'm sorry, I get those two confused. Oracle.
Oracle.
I get those confused. Oracle
Yeah.
is technically just buying the name of TikTok. And the reason why they're the favored buyers of TikTok is because the CEO is a heavy cash donor to the president. So these deals are supposed to be structured in a way where the approval goes down for 90 days. After the deal is struck, you have 90 days to get the approvals coming from the government.
Interesting.
But it got approved today.
Interesting.
So watch Oracle, because we'll see some high volatility.
It already dropped.
It's going to be high volatility. There's going to be more news coming out as we uncover more things from that sale. Facebook is under fire.
Yeah, there are some I didn't read the article. There are some investigation, right?
Well, yeah, they're saying that there was a whistleblower stating that there was nothing much done for hampering all the hate speech. So they're under fire because Zuck said that he's tampering it down and making sure that nothing gets through in terms of hate speech, but apparently nothing's been done. So there's a lot of celebrities right now that are calling for a boycott of Facebook.
Yep.
Right? And that's that. Man, any
I'm still going to long Facebook.
Oh yeah. It's tech.
I'm gonna look into an entry and sell it by election because I really do think that it's a no-brainer. They're going to be, broadcasting the election every single day from here on out.
We're 49 days away, I think.
Damn, that quick, huh? It's like every month we have a flavor, right?
Oh yeah.
Like this month was just fires.
Next month, I don't know, dude. I feel like I don't want to be a negative Nancy here, but I feel like the second wave is upon us. I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm not gonna be. I don't want to be a negative Nancy.
Vaccine's here.
Hear me out on the vaccine. Hear me. I'm all for the vaccine. I think in order for us as a society to go back to normal, a vaccine is required, right? Just like the flu vaccine back then, right? We need the vaccine. It's important. It is paramount for our survival to get this vaccine going. Now, will we get bad side effects from the vaccine?
Right. My wife just asked me that. Would you get the vaccine once it's released? I'm like,
give me version 2, because I don't want to get the vaccine. I don't want to get rid of COVID, right? But at the same time, have night terrors. You know what I mean, bro? All right, so check this out. Every single pharma commercial.
Yep.
Every single pharma commercial, it normalizes the disease that it's trying to cure, right?
But
you don't like, let's say earlier I was watching TV, I saw an HIV commercial, right? So in that commercial, it shows the guy thriving, taking the medicine while living with HIV, right? And it shows the normal things that you can do if it's not acting up, but it doesn't show you the bad sides of it. It gives you that disclaimer at the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? So you're telling me that you can cure this horrible, deadly disease that I have, but I'm going to forever see the boogeyman under my bed?
It's just never enough.
It's never enough, right? Like, you're going to tell me that you're going to cure COVID, but I'm going to grow a third pinky. Like,
it's never enough.
No,
There's
it's
always
never enough. It's never enough. You could cure my COVID, but my third eye is going to come out. There's so many side effects that I am not willing to have. So I think I'm gonna wait until
hold off on version number 2.
You know how like every time an iPhone comes out, the year after there's an S. Give me Vaccine S.
Yeah,
I want Vaccine S.
Speaking of iPhones, Apple
Wow.
So they had their event today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? It somewhat carried the market.
A little bit.
Well, not really. How about this? Okay. So they released, or they're going to be releasing a bunch of items actually. An Apple Watch series number 6. I don't even know how many there are. They're also going to release an updated iPad Air.
Beautiful.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
excited for that.
And Fitness Plus. So what happened today with my Peloton trade? Okay, so I was longing Peloton. I was up like I think $300-400. I went to the bathroom, and Apple did a presentation today. Okay, and then they announced Fitness Plus. And guess what happened with Peloton? Boop! It dropped. It dropped like I think 5%, 4 or 5%.
Still dropping.
Two candles. It only took 2 candles for it to drop 5%, and then I was down like $90. So I closed the trade. Whatever. They're also going to release Apple One. They've been talking about it for a while now, but Apple One. What's cool about Apple One is what's not so cool about it is that it's a subscription plan, and this is where they get you. Okay, so there's 3 tiers. Okay, a $15 one, I think a $20 one, and a $30 one. $15 is like a single, just by yourself. A $30 one is like a family up to 5 people. Okay. And $30 a month, really? That's like $360 a year.
Let me play devil's advocate for you.
No, but here, there's more. So for the folks who are like, what the heck is Apple One? Apple One consists of Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, Apple Arcade, iCloud, Apple News, and Apple Fitness. So they're pretty much compiling all of these, little apps into one. Apple One.
Yeah,
get it.
Apple One.
But yeah, would you pay $30 for this?
Yes. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
Apple Music by itself is $9.99 per person.
Yep.
Right. For a family plan is $14.99. Right. Adding more cloud storage has been a pain in the butt for the longest time for each and every single Apple customer.
I hate that.
Yeah, right? But let me tell you this. For $30 a month, for 5 people, you now have 2 terabytes of cloud storage. 2 terabytes. Apple Arcade is roughly around $5 a month, right? What else is there? Fitness Plus, they are saying that it's $10 a month.
Yeah, a la carte.
A la carte, right? So if you put these bundles together, my gym membership alone is roughly around $40 to $50 a month.
And for sure, you're not going to go.
I'm not going to go back to the gym, right? So if you can get all of these services bundled in together for a family of 5 for $30 a month, that's worth it.
Long AAPL.
Long Apple. Plus,
long AAPL.
This is also something that the reason why I'm super bullish on Apple.
Hell yeah,
dude! They released this news, right? Granted, it didn't really give us that pop that we wanted, but phone news is coming in a month.
Dude, every year there's always a freaking phone, man. Like I just got a brand new phone, and there's already a new one coming out.
Yeah. You know why? Because we'll buy it.
Apple.
It's Apple. We're gonna buy it no matter what. So it's not the news that we really wanted. I was hoping for phone news because there's so many other plays that you can work with when it comes down to an iPhone release. Just remember, guys, Apple phone release, Qualcomm, QCOM, AAPL goes hand in hand. Those are the two that will pop your portfolio when it comes down to getting that announcement. And they said it's a month away. One IPO that I'm looking at is Unity. Right? It's like,
which one's that one again?
I don't know what the ticker symbol is yet. Shout out to the homie Ali. Ali brought it up to me. He was like, "Dude, I'm I was just talking to him. Yeah. Right. He was like, "Dude, right." Shout out to the homie Ali. He was like, I'm I want to look at Unity as an IPO, and I told him, when it releases, bro, let me know so we can find an entry point together. You know what I mean? Just because most of the games that you play on your iPhone, some of them are Unity based. I think that's a game engine that they use. So
Okay.
it's like it's the Unreal Engine. You know, it's gaming. We talked about gaming in the past episode. Any other plays that you're looking at?
I was looking at the chart for Glue, GLUU. I really think it's oversold right now. So um, I'm probably gonna play that tomorrow. And gosh, probably UPS for tomorrow because it already popped at after hours. So most likely it'll be a sympathy play for tomorrow. Uh, let me look.
SHLL merger news coming. Highly on news. So if you guys aren't familiar with SHLL, I think we talked about this before. Did we?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Right.
spec.
They retrofit semi trucks to run on batteries or some
Another EV.
yeah, another EV play. But the merger.
I also want to bring up. I completely forgot. Shout out to Tony. Um, he mentioned KB Homes, ticker symbol KBH.
Yes.
So they are reporting earnings. I think the 22nd. It might be Monday. I'm not sure.
Tuesday.
So
22nd is Tuesday. That's battery
is it?
day.
Is it? Oh my God! All right, so we're not going to talk about Battery Day anymore because we've talked about it in the past.
But we're gonna talk about it this weekend again.
Yeah, because Tesla and Neo ran, and it was a good day. So I'm gonna look into KB Homes because real estate has been like hot in the past 2-3 months. So I'm looking forward to their earnings. Plus, they pay dividends. So
Nice,
whatever.
nice. So that's our top, plays for the rest of the week. Our contest is still happening. Shoot out your screenshots of your gains for the week. We will definitely put you guys in the raffle that's upcoming. The prize is pretty cool. We need to hook you guys with the prize. It's pretty cool. You know what I mean? But other than that, anything else, John?
No, I think we'll have a killer week this week. I mean, it's only Tuesday.
It's only Tuesday. There's more to come, guys.
And my current position right now, I'm short Citigroup. They're in some allegation, and I'm long Neo. I just bought Neo again after hours, so I have a hedge.
Because that's the play that worked, right? So go back to the plays that that made you money. Find proper entry points if you're really comfortable with these, confident and comfortable. I guess they go hand in hand with these companies and these stocks. Then go not ham, but just play it properly and make sure you set your stop losses. But other than that, we're out. We love you guys. Please, subscribe. Thank you guys for listening, and we really do appreciate each and every one of you again. So, peace.
All right, I'll see you guys Saturday then.